Welcome to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. I'm Lauren LaSalle, and I'm a former therapist. I'm a highly sensitive person and a self-care and empowerment coach for highly sensitive people. My goal for this podcast is to create a feeling of community, to be a supportive place for HSPs, and to normalize our experiences as highly sensitive people. Because I'm pretty sure we've all spent way too much time feeling like we're weird or don't fit in. Well, guess what? Here, you fit in perfectly. This podcast will give you tools to better understand yourself, to help you learn how to care for yourself as an HSP, and to start viewing your sensitivity as a strength. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's begin. Happy New Year! I'm back, finally. I honestly have not recorded an episode since the last episode that came out in November, so it's very nice to be back. It's sort of funny because I only truly connect with a few, like a very small amount of listeners on a regular basis, but when I'm regularly posting episodes, I feel more connected with all of you. Just because I know that you're out there and you're listening and hopefully benefiting from the episodes. And when I'm not posting, I feel a little disconnected. So it's sort of funny, but it's nice to be back. I've missed all of you. I've missed doing this. And I was planning during my little hiatus to not only focus on just the holidays, because that's always so busy. I get very tired, as I'm sure you can relate to. But I was planning on recording guest episodes at least weekly so that I would have a bunch of those ready to go when I came back this month. But that did not happen because I found out that I'm pregnant, which I am very excited about, due at the end of July. But this pregnancy has really wiped me out. I've just entered the second trimester, thank goodness, because I was just very, very nauseous and really exhausted for most of the first trimester, almost every single day. So I did not work for about a month and a half, besides meeting with my one-to-one client a couple times. So it was a lot of resting. I mean, talk about self-care. I really had to make sure I was taking care of myself because being pregnant with a 2.5-year-old is much different than being pregnant with no kids. So that was a whole thing that I've been dealing with too. And now I'm finally starting to feel better, just in time to record some more episodes. So of course that means that I am behind on everything. If you are a part of the Sensitive Self-Care Collective, I had to stop recording and uploading the modules because I just couldn't. I had no energy. It really means a lot to me to have good content out for you, especially if it's one of my programs. And so I would rather put it off until I'm feeling good and I'm able to give you what you need and what you deserve to have. And so as far as the podcast goes, since I was not able to record a bunch of episodes in advance, I may only be posting every other week for a while. I'm going to see how it goes. As I said, I'm just so behind on everything. I really need to use my time in a balanced way so I can sort of work on everything as I go to catch up. So that's the state of things right now. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good holiday season and a good start to the new year. And I figured for this episode, I would do a little New Year's sort of self-care and meditation thing for you to kick off the new year. Oh, and that reminds me. So on my email list and on Instagram, I have been doing a 5 days of self-care giveaway. And I already did day 1 and 2. So I still have 3 more days that I will be doing this month where I will be giving away some sort of my self-care tools program. I think what I have left is a physical set of my boundary and self-care affirmation cards. So if you are in the US, you can enter to win those, and I will mail them to you. I also am going to give away a PDF version of those affirmation cards. So anybody can win those no matter where you live. I will email that to you if you win those. And last, I am giving away a full scholarship to the Sensitive Self-Care Collective. So that is my sort of go at your own pace 12-week program. And I will put more information about that in the episode description, as well as a link to my Instagram and my email list if you would like to sign up for those, if you would like to potentially win those giveaways that will be coming up. So what I wanted to share with you today is, one section of the monthly membership that I have, and I can put a link to that in the episode description as well if you'd like to learn more. So in my monthly membership, I have a section that is a monthly self-care strategy. So every month I post a new sort of self-care strategy, and I decided to share January's here on the podcast because I think it will be a good way to start off the new year. Let's really set our intention to actually take care of ourselves this year, because you need to take care of yourself in order to really live the life that you want, to be there for other people, to be able to work however many hours, to be able to have energy to do things, to be present in your life. So I have 4 different tips for us to start honoring rest and slowing down. So the first tip is to prioritize restorative sleep. Create a bedtime ritual, such as dimming the lights, listening to calming music or a podcast, or using a weighted blanket. These small acts help prepare your body for deep rest. Tip number 2 is mindful reflection. Use this month to process your emotions. Engage in practices like journaling with prompts, such as, what brought me peace last year? What can I let go of to protect my energy this year? And what small steps can I take toward joy this month? Tip number 3 is creative expression. Try a soothing creative activity such as watercolor painting, knitting, or baking. These hobbies allow you to process emotions while creating something tangible and calming. And tip number 4 is unplug. Dedicate one evening a week to disconnecting from screens and enjoy a book, music, or meditation. And on that note, if you enjoy meditations, in my monthly membership, I do have a meditations library that I add to once in a while. There are all kinds of meditations on there. So that is a cool way to access those. And as I'm talking, so my daughter has a runny nose. She's had it for a couple days. I don't know if it's a cold or just, I don't know. But as I'm talking, I can hear it in my voice that I also am a little stuffed up. So I'm going to I'm going to read a meditation right now for you, reflecting on a positive future. And normally when I do my meditations, I like my voice to not sound like this. So I hope this is still relaxing and helpful for you, because this is just what we're working with today. All right, so here is a meditation for reflecting on a positive future. Let's begin by taking a moment to allow your body to settle. Find a comfortable position that allows your spine to be long, but with a natural curve in the low back. You can close your eyes or keep them open with a soft gaze downward a few feet in front of you. Let the belly and shoulders relax. Today, I'll guide you through a practice to envision a positive future. It's a chance to connect with that place inside us that wants to work toward a life of meaning and fulfillment. This is a useful way to consider how we care for ourselves and others, and how to show up at our best to meet life's challenges. Before we start, take a full breath in. and a long breath out. Now allow the breath to find its natural rhythm, in and out, allowing yourself to be fully present, resting on the breath. I'll provide you with questions to prompt ideas and responses that can help to find a positive future. Throughout this practice, let your body and mind feel loose and open. Repeat the questions I offer silently and to yourself. Resist the urge to problem solve and see if anything comes up on its own organically. If nothing comes to mind, you can always continue to rest your attention on the breath until something comes up. Let's begin. Ask yourself, what kind of a future do I feel deeply moved towards? Notice the thoughts, feelings, and images that come to mind. Meanwhile, remember to breathe, breathing in and breathing out. As you hold this positive future in your mind, what feelings are present? Here are some more questions to help you explore the future you feel deeply moved towards. How can I show up in a way that will allow this positive future to unfold? How can I show up fully for the opportunities that I encounter? Who do I want to be in relation to others? What might get in the way, and how will I move beyond it? What are the skills or capabilities that I'll need to get there? How might practice support this future? See yourself right now somewhere in this positive future and reflect on the things that you did that enabled you to get there. See yourself doing some of those things. Maybe it's spending time with family, maybe it's engaging in a daily practice that supports clarity and focus, maybe it's putting your energy into learning new skills, or maybe it's how you allow yourself to connect with others. See those things in your mind's eye and notice what it feels like as you imagine doing them. You can come back to this meditation at any time to rediscover connection to that place inside that's ready to create that positive future. We all have the ability to improve our lives and the lives of those around us. Can you take this feeling with you as you head back to your day? Can you allow it to guide how you interact with your world now? Let's finish this positive future practice now by taking a full breath in and a long breath out. Thank you so much for listening to the Highly Sensitive Podcast. You can help support the podcast by taking a minute to rate and review it, share a favorite episode with a friend, or become a subscriber on Patreon at patreon.com/highlysensitivepodcast. Visit laurenlassalcoaching.com for free resources, information about my coaching programs, and to join my email list. You can connect with me on Instagram at selfcarewithlaurenlassalle or email me at lauren@laurenlassalcoaching.com.